While the protagonist listens to the rich woman's words and thinks to himself, if I could slap this woman, I'd be so happy. At that moment, an assistant director arrives and approaches the rich woman. He looks around cautiously before she assures him, don't worry. The protagonist's mother isn't here. You can speak freely. Hearing this, the protagonist starts feeling uneasy. The rich woman scowls and mutters, I've done so much to elevate my son's career. I've made sure his name will be known everywhere. Then, something shocking is revealed. Her son was already chosen as the winner before the audition even started. The protagonist is stunned. The assistant director nods and says, yes, the winner was decided in advance. The protagonist watches all of this unfold and thinks, just another case of corruption. This whole audition is nothing more than a formality to give their child a grand debut, using other children as props and discarding them, just like a staged scam. The assistant director nervously warns, if the director finds out about this, it'll cause serious problems. But the rich woman remains unfazed. What does the director know about my family? Everything has already been decided. He has no say in this. The assistant director sighs and explains, the director has won many awards. The higher-ups can't take him down that easily. We need to hide the fact that this was all arranged simply because you have money. Ignoring him, the rich woman smirks. My son must win the final audition. We need to make sure of it. The assistant director standing nearby says, your son performed well, better than the protagonist. The protagonist is completely useless. He just needs a little more practice, that's all. Hearing this, the protagonist glares at the assistant director with an unreadable expression. The assistant director then starts coaching the rich woman's son, making him repeat his lines over and over. Meanwhile, the protagonist gives a devilish smile. Finally, the final audition begins. The protagonist and the rich woman's son stand on the stage. The protagonist's mother looks extremely nervous, but the protagonist confidently gives her a thumbs up. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'll handle this easily, he reassures himself. The director calls for action. The assistant director instructs the rich woman's son to face the camera and follow the script. The protagonist immediately thinks, I need to position myself correctly so I'm captured well on camera. So, he steps forward toward the lens. Meanwhile, the rich woman's son instinctively runs toward his mother. The director watches and chuckles. Leave the child alone for now. Let's test him later. First, let's test the protagonist. He signals the assistant director to give the protagonist a line. The assistant director hesitates, thinking the protagonist didn't practice at all. He won't be able to deliver the line properly. But when the assistant director prompts him to say, Daddy, the protagonist says it flawlessly. The assistant director is shocked. How did he get it perfect on the first try? The director, now grinning, says, his eyes don't lie. I've found the right actor. Then, the rich woman brings her son forward. The director, looking a little concerned, instructs the child to say, Daddy. But instead of speaking, the boy bursts into tears. His mother is completely dumbfounded. Even though the assistant director had rehearsed with him beforehand, the child can't say a single word. Panicked, the rich woman accidentally blurts out, but I trained him for this. The director overhears everything. Sensing trouble, the assistant director quickly interrupts, abruptly ending the audition. He thanks everyone for their hard work, trying to cover up the situation. Later, the protagonist's mother is informed of the final decision. The winner is not your son, they tell her. It's the rich woman's son. Hearing this, she is completely stunned, unable to process what just happened. The protagonist's mother is furious that her son performed so well, yet still lost. She rushes to confront the assistant director, but he responds arrogantly saying,